This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by Adam Smith here in Saudi Arabia. Adam, I just want to start off by saying it's brilliant to see you. Yeah, it's been great to catch up earlier. I'm going to leave it to yourself to say your time away from the sport. I don't know how much you do and you don't want to say, so yeah, I think it's best that I'll leave that up to you and you tell everybody about your time away and your imminent return of sorts.
Imminent return. Well, I've had a brutal year, Andy. It's been a really tough one. Mentally and physically, I've had a really aggressive bladder cancer, and it's been, it was a point where I wasn't sure where I was going to get through, and had a number of different hospitals, and had a big surgery and chemo and everything. And I'm indebted to my amazing medical team who've saved me, and I've got 3 beautiful children and a beautiful wife to go back to. I've got a family. I spent a lot of time with them since I've been out of hospital, and I'm mentally and physically feeling really strong. I'm probably 90%. I'm not totally there yet, but I'm cancer-free, and it's just changed my way of thinking. It's just a new perspective. I'm counting every day as precious. I live for a day now. It's just great, and I keep it like that. Keep it simple. Been doing a lot of work with the Acton homeless where I live, and the food bank too. So giving back, and one of the things I'd like to do, I've got a blank canvas now. I've left Sky after an amazing 29-year journey. It was phenomenal. I loved it, and was so lucky to have done it. But I've got a blank canvas, and I'm looking to start a compelling new business with some very smart guys to help sportsmen and women. I think there's a real place there to support the sportsmen and women better. I think I've done a lot of mentoring at Sky, and I just feel that there's a really difficult transition between a career and life after, and it happens at a young age. And I think that the athlete is so focused on winning and doing everything within the sport. And I think there's room for some support around that, and try and make their lives a little bit easier. I love sportsmen and women. That's what I've loved about boxing more than anything. I adore the fighters, and I want to try and give something back now. So there's that's one project, one plan, and obviously if I can get back behind a mic or do some other cool things within the sports world, I'd love to do that. But health's the most important thing, Andy. That's what I've learned this year: health and family. Very pleased to be back with my family, and looking forward to Christmas with them. And it's just been nice to be invited over here just before and reacquainting with some old friends, old faces. Lovely to see AJ and Deontay and everybody last night. It was really cool. Joe Parker's a good friend, and it was fantastic. Andy Lee, Michael Buffer, Eddie and Frank, incredibly, George, Frank Smith, Shelley Finkel. I mean, it was great. It was almost like a fantasy coming back. It was like a dream, really, getting all of those players and movers and shakers under one roof. Well done to the Saudis and to Spencer Brown for making that happen. And fantastic. Yeah, it's good to be here. It's good to be back. And let's see what happens in the new year. New challenges. I'll miss my Sky friends, my Sky family very much. I had so many great times there, and it's the place to be for sport. But I just want to look at new horizons and new things with a different view on life. I'm very lucky to be alive, Andy. So I'm just pleased to be here and pleased to be back with my family and my 3 beautiful children.
And I'm sure it goes without saying that everybody's glad to see you back, glad to see that you've made a recovery, and look forward to the next chapter of your career, wherever it may take you. Just kind of moving forward on to Saturday night, on to the boxing talk, something I'm sure you've missed. One thing I'm sure you haven't missed is the back and forth between Eddie and Frank over the years. Seems to be a lot more civil these days. We've seen them up on the stage together, doing face-off photos together. What's it like just seeing that side of it?
Sort of fantasy, dreamy, nightmare-y. I don't know. There's a bit of everything there. That's great. Look, I've worked with Frank for many years. I've worked with Eddie for many years, and I'm not sure how it's happened. I guess it's George and Spencer and people that have sort of got everyone together, but they look very happy and chatting away. I mean, honestly, I've worked with, as I said, both of them for a very long time. There's plenty of stuff they can talk about on a week's holiday together, put it that way. But they're rivals, aren't they? They're businessmen, they're rivals, and And like with AJ and Tyson, or AJ and Deontay, you know, rivals have respect for each other, but they want to win. And Frank's always shown that. He's come back from a lot of adversity himself. Eddie is just, you know, he's focused and challenged and wants to win, and it's just go, go, go. And it's great to see it happen. And yeah, again, sort of well done to everyone for bringing it together and putting on such an incredible event. Yes, of course, you know, you expect AJ and Deontay to get through, but Joe Parker's on a run of form. He's in camp with Tyson Fury. He's obviously had a few tips, and I think that Deontay will be, you know, he's been inactive and he'll be relying on that power, but he should get the job done. But it's no gimme. And certainly AJ and Otto as well. Otto's a very solid fighter and a southpaw. Southpaws give AJ trouble, but I think AJ comes through, and I think both of them come through, and the big fight happens in the spring. And yeah, it looks like all eyes are on Saudi at the moment, and they're doing some big things here.
Just to ask you, Adam, obviously with Anthony Joshua, some people have said that he's maybe been a bit frosty with the media this week. What have you made of that for somebody who spent so much time around him during your career and your life? Have you seen that in him? Have you seen him frustrated? What are your take?
Everybody keeps telling me that he's been frosty and bad-tempered and grumpy this week. I haven't been here, I only came in last night. I came in when I saw him, he was absolutely lovely. The first thing he said to me is how are you and how's the health? Then he said, how are your family? You know, we go back a long way. He looks in a great shape to me. And you know, I was chatting to Deontay, and Deontay's like, you know, you've beaten cancer, and that's more than any fighter. Oh, no, you're the fighters. You're the ones that go in there and do it. And AJ is a fighter. You know, he's a competitor. They both are, and all the guys on the bill want to win, and it's in him. I think AJ will be absolutely fine. I think he's very strong mentally. I think he's in great shape. I like the partnership with Ben Davison. I think that's a good move. So let's see. I mean, the result will unfold here tomorrow night. But I think Joshua comes through, and yeah, I haven't seen anything. He's been very supportive, by the way, in the last year. So has Tyson, and I really appreciate that. I've had a lot of support from the boxing world. I just want to thank everybody. And yeah, look, mentally, I feel back. I feel strong. Physically, I'm getting there. So look, I just want to say thank you. I'm really humble and grateful for the support I've had. And yeah, and I just hope that the event tomorrow night is fantastic, and I can't wait to watch it as a fan.
Just before I let you go, will we see you back behind a mic at all at any point?
I'd love to. If you gave me a mic tomorrow night, I would love to call a fight. It's in my DNA. I've wanted to be a sports commentator since I was 9. That's not going to ever change. Whether it's boxing, whether it's darts, whether it's something else, I don't know yet. I'm having a look around, but yeah, I wouldn't say no to doing a little bit more boxing commentary. It's what I love. It's my passion, and you know, passions stay with you. And boxing is a sport which will never leave you either. So I hope someone asks me to do something. Let's see.
Adam, listen, I don't want to keep too much of your time now. I'm sure you want to go and enjoy the rest of your evening here. Thank you for speaking to me. It's great to see you back. It's great to see you've made a recovery, and I'll hopefully see you around more boxing events in the future.
Thank you. Thanks for your kindness, Andy. Thank you.